So, introduce yourself.
My name is Jess, and I just came out with a book called Too Many Hats.
My name is Bryan Thao Worra, and I will be reading selections from my collection Before We Remember We Dream, written in the pandemic in the year 2020, which was a great time to sell a book. Jess, take it away.
Mother Superior in February. She washes back and forth a frigid embrace. She is massive, alive, neither frantic nor still. Jumping into the lake in the middle of winter is like the release you get after a long cry, says Jonah after he shakes her off and wraps himself in a cold, dry towel. I only dare dip my toes, already shivering and remembering how she felt in November. Perhaps one day I'll be brave enough, one day I'll be vulnerable enough to let her kiss me in the snow.
Contracting. One morning over coffee, we were discussing terms, negotiating with a bit of levity, the hue of a French postcard and an American biscotti. I mentioned casually, we say in the industry you can get it good, fast, or cheap, but you can't have all three. Pick two. With a wry smile, he takes a sip of his hot macchiato. That's a good one. In my family, we say you can get people who are obedient, smart, or loyal. Pick two. I suppose we all know what that got everyone. We shake hands, and I return to a world of ink, rife with her uncertainties.
Beaming light. I'll never put my loved ones in a jar. I remember as a kid, one of the adults splattered a firefly along the length of the backyard slide. Its remains glazed the slope like an oozing glow stick, but in the morning, only its wings and a head remained. After a day, the airtight seal of a filled mason jar carried several corpses instead of stars. I liked them better moving, tickling my hand and gracing the sky, glimmering, shimmering, breaking their flight only for a moment. Whenever I feel alone, I flicker, and even if not right away, someone always beams back.
Encounters and incantations. Between two worlds, red as wine, in the land of 10,000 stories, we meet by chance, perhaps marigold seeds of karma amused, yet sly, open in new eyes, awake, wild, and knowing eternity. Yesterdays we did not, could not share, spending lifetimes among others, seeking freedom. And yet in this today, infinite possibility, oddly braving true wisdom within reach, sharing our hidden wars like love for tomorrows.
I think the Midwesterners can smell that I'm not from here. I've learned how to say ope whenever I run into a table, but not how to be passive. I've never gotten used to the cold and am not afraid to burn my skin in the sun. I come from cotton candy stuck on fingers at Six Flags and fireworks shot off in a backyard not too far from the city, from oohs and ahs as they shine, from a family of hobby photographers that shared a newspaper route together, from putting four elders and a paraplegic man to bed every night and shouting at the Phillies or Flyers loud enough that the neighbors come over and help us finish our Rita's water ice and Phillies cheesesteaks, of Sesame Street and Hershey candy bars, from eating home-cooked meals at the table before playing Rummy Cube or Dominoes, of slowing down to watch the Twin Towers fall, of mom making a call to a coworker that had a meeting in the building that day, of coming home early from school when the plane crashed in Pennsylvania to crowd around the TV with 7 neighbors, of knowing people that cleaned up the wreck, of privacy in public when no one talks to you, from a household where I was told to study hard with love, share tasty cakes after school in the front porch swing before great-grandmother prayed and I did my homework, of being too close together to not communicate, on run-on sentences, exaggerations, and interrupting each other. I feel most at home when someone tells me they don't like my shoes and aren't afraid of my reaction. I feel most at home crammed on a couch with 6 other people. I don't know where I feel most at home anymore, but when I meet someone from the East Coast in Duluth, I know. We share that we grew up in New York or New Jersey or wherever and don't know how to exist here or how we got here, but want to stay.
When among Romans. She warns me sternly to remember, after all these years, I'm coming back to a Lao house, Lao family, Lao customs, upon the agrarian outskirts of Modesto. You have to eat the Lao food they serve you, no complaining, even if you didn't grow up with it. Besides, it will be delicious. My nieces and nephews welcome us in, taking off our shoes by the door, smiles and sub-IDs. Shown to the table, we're informed everybody's ready for Easter and Be My Lao. It's Taco Wednesday tonight, with nachos and hot dogs, spaghetti and papaya salad, some brisket and gel. I eat politely, as home here as anywhere, with a smile. I'm Bryan Thao Worra, and this is...
I'm Jess Morgan. Thank you.
Thank you.